Good day to you, Quester. I hope you're feeling grand, gorgeous, and grebe-like as I welcome you back to another I Say Demonic Rift, You Say Infernal Portal episode of Disciples 2, the Legions of the Damned campaign. We're on the home stretch, it would seem. All we really need to do is have Mango hang around here, level up a little bit, and head towards the Demon Uther in order to bring him down a couple of notches and wrap up this final mission. So, sorry to cut this so short so quickly, but I'm going to pause the recording here. I'm going to get Mango to clean out some of this crap in the immediate vicinity. If anything interesting happens from the other lords, I will of course cut to that, but yeah, hopefully I'll join you in a couple of turns time once we've got enough mana to build the next upgrade structure, and we'll think about what we're going to do next. This proves to be a rather tasty battle. We've got a necromancer, skeleton champion, a couple of zombies guarding a treasure, so hopefully that might be something nice for us. I don't want to make the same mistake I made in the last video and not have a lot of action battle wise, so I thought I'd kick this one off with a bit of a bang. Ugh. Now these skeleton champions are a tier, is it 3 or 4 unit, so they're the equivalent of our Infernal Knights, so they're a bit scary. They're also immune to death, as are the zombies, so neither of them are going to be phased by the Fiend's poison, which is not great, because that means the skeleton champion will probably get another hit on the demon, which means that I might be best off getting him to defend, actually. So let's do that. Then Mango can take out a rather hefty chunk of skeleton champion's health. He's still going for the demon, but that's fine, he's hanging on. The demonologist should be able to take care of the skeleton champion, so let's miss. That's not too bad though, because Mango can take him down if he wanted to. In fact, he might. Yeah, especially because the demon can take on his zombie. There we go. Nice and easy, but a little bit trickier and a lot of XP to show for it. But what do we get? That's the question. What's this delicious little item? It's a it's a potion of healing, which will heal approximately a quarter of the damage we sustained in that battle. So, trollalalal. I'm going to stick Mango back there and probably end the turn here, but the enemy turns are taking so long, I'm going to have to stop the recording, because it's literally taking about 2 or 3 minutes for the enemy to fully take their turn. Anyway, we'll catch up in a bit. Oh, what's this? It's another Git entering the fray. It's a master occultist. Your Uther has helped us much. We have accepted his mission to destroy you in his name, demons. Master, Uther has given the undead what they wanted. They band together against us. Well, that was pretty obvious, wasn't it? They're running amok around the land. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that little bit more trolling from the enemy lords there. A little northeast of the city that we captured by means of Mango lies an abandoned tower. So what I thought I would do is build a guild, enlist a thief, and see exactly what's in here. So because if it's something nice, we could get quite a lot of gold from it. But let us see. It's a load of lizard people. With the biggest problem being the Medusas, I suspect. It's going to be a risky one, because if either of those Medusas live, we can probably take one down with Mango, but the other one, if she manages to attack and does a petrification attack on all of our units and it hits, then that's probably game over. So I might leave that one for now until we can get a little bit more firepower. A rather mundane battle with a couple of wolves gives us enough experience for the demon to upgrade to a Morlock, which was very much in demand, as they managed to chip away at the demon down to around about half health. So of course, as you know, when the unit promotes, he gets a full heal. So yeah, we're looking good. Mango Adventure's a little bit further south west from the main city of Gumra. We have found another ruin in the form of the haunted halls. So I think, do we actually have? Oh, we don't even have the magic tower. How lax of me. Let's get the magic tower. Now we need to research the spell. I'm not doing great here, I'll admit. Let's grab ourselves a hellhound. Old trusty hellhound. Because we don't really have a thief in the area, we're going to have to rely on this. Might as well summon the hellhound in this area. It will reveal some more of the map for us. Seems to be very heavily infested with wolves, this part. Oh, that's the edge of the map as well. Yeah, quite a lot of wolves. Also some dwarves and some werewolves there as well. Let's have a quick look in here. Hopefully it won't aggravate these wolves and we can get to it unhindered. Yeah, this has the potential to go very badly. But only if either of these shades manage to hit all of our units. I'm not too sure if you've seen these before. The Shade's horrifying experience. Shade's horrifying appearance inspires paralyzing fear and awe. I really want to say experience for some reason. Maybe she grew up in the northeast of England. Yeah, she does a paralyze attack to all units, but only has a 50% chance to hit. HP is quite limited as well, so we may potentially be able to kill those, but it really does depend on how things go in terms of that first round. Let's have a quick look. So Mango's doing 110 damage? Is that right? Could go either way, I think. Anyway, Mango's out of movement points, so we'll leave this here, and we'll probably catch up in the next turn. As you can see, the mountain clans have come to us with a very interesting offer. They want to sell us the spell of Blizzard for 300 gold coins. Well, this spell is worth 200 gold coins. Do we accept? Well, of course we don't. It's a direct damage spell. It requires runestone mana, which we don't have, and we're saving up for upgrade structures, more importantly, so we're going to say no to you. Why should we not have dealings? Because your spells are rubbish. Let's have a pop at these haunted halls, I think. I've weakened them slightly with another summoned hellhound. There is a chance that Mango can kill one of these shades in one hit. Depends if he does over his usual 110 damage. Can do up to 115, so it's entirely possible, but of course he doesn't. Which is not too bad because our demonologist should be able to finish her off. Our fiend is upgraded, leveled up again, so he's doing a reasonable amount of damage with an increased amount of poison damage as well, so hopefully that will take effect. It does. Brilliant. The melee attackers tend to be going for Mango rather than the Morlock now when they're stationed on this section, so again that's working in our favour because Mango reduces that damage quite considerably. Morlock should be able to kill the zombie. This is good. All depends on who she hits. Oh, she's gone for a full paralyze. That is of course not ideal. Beating the odds there. Does she manage to do it again? She does, of course she does. Because this game hates me. This is going to go rather interestingly, I think. She misses the Morlock. That's pretty much what we wanted. He misses the Fiend, which is nice because he gets us to survive now. That's the Dark Lord dead. No more damage done by them. So it's just a case of us wearing her down. She had a good few goes there, considering her chances to hit were 50%. That's 50% on each unit, by the way. It's not 50% on everyone. So, yeah, well done them, but it just wasn't enough. 100 gold for all that. Do we at least get something decent? A healing ointment? Really? That's like 200 hit points of healing. Shit, I might as well use that now. So we can keep Mango down here. Well, it gives us just enough money to build an upgrade structure. As I see there, we've got 1500. Which I know for a fact is enough for us to build the altar and allows us to upgrade our demonologist to a pandemonious. I keep on saying pandemonious for some reason. But it's definitely pandemonious. Pandemonious controls infernal fires, incinerating entire armies at once. Damage goes up to 60. That's pretty much all that happens. Gets a little bit more HP, but it's just a standard upgrade for a more firepower for the mage unit. The main benefit is, of course, it allows us access to the worship shrine, but we'll come to that if and when we get enough money. I'm sure we will, because I'll make it happen. Not much else happening here. I'm using the demonologist to get rid of some of the more boring crap in this area. This dwarven rod planter very kindly removed the undead rod that was here, so we've overtook that. I think he's probably going to claim this gold mine though, which is going to be sad because we can't remove rods from a race which we're allied with. This is interesting though. It looks like Empire lands. Might have to do a little bit of exploring around here. That's the end of this turn though, so let's end that there, and we'll catch up when something a bit more interesting happens. Well, this should prove to be a rather interesting battle. What we did was, I think the last time we saw Mango is around about here. This is where the haunted halls are, so we've moved a little bit further west. We've managed to actually find the Undead Hordes capital. There's Ashcan. And a rather large group of occultists. If we move Mango a little bit further forward, we'll see that we've got some rather interesting and scary units here. Occultist with a Doom Drake and a Shade. 2 occultists and a Death Dragon. Can you remember what the occultists do though? That's the question. And leading the vanguard is a rather interestingly laid out Aurangzeb with a couple of whites and the demonologist on the front line because presumably they hate demonologists. So I'm going to give this a go. Our party is looking reasonably healed up and ready to go. Let's take a look at these guys though. It's a white. These traitorous warriors prey upon the living as a dreadful white. This is what happens if you yawn too much and then you get lockjaw, sadly. These guys have initiative the same as Motsy Blobs, melee units. However, they're immune to death damage, so... Sorry. Of course they're immune to death. They're immune to weapon damage, so this is going to be the biggest problem. I think we're probably going to try and get rid of Hair as soon as possible. The only person who can kill the whites is the demonologist. So we're going to be... It's going to be a tricky one. And I was just up for a challenge, so hopefully this will provide us with the challenge that that we require. It's quite an interesting challenge as well. Oh god, it's now entered the realms of impossibility. Oh dear, let's just kill her and make a run for it. Oh, I don't think we can even do that actually, because they're really hammering Mango. Time to retreat, I think. Oh, he's missed. That's a good sign. Oh, they still managed to take down Mango though. Oh, that's sad. But there we go. That went rather interestingly. Thankfully we do have a potion of a life potion there, so we can bring Mango back and run away with our tails between our legs. Anyway, I'm going to have to sort that out, so I'll do that off screen. Now that Mango is fully healed up, I think it's about time we turn our attention back to the abandoned tower. You'll see that they're a little bit damaged because I popped a little... I was going to say werewolf, that's not true. It was a hellhound in there to do a bit of damage. and essentially just scope out and try and figure out what our chances were of succeeding. And I think we might be alright. Let's have a look at these Medusas. They're doing, or should I say, they have a 60% chance to hit all of our units with an earth-based attack which petrifies. So I'm hoping, now that we can kill one outright, that we may get lucky in the same way we did last time with the shades. Fiend is doing a nice amount of damage, doing a lot more damage with poison now. Demonologist, of course, gets to have a go. Misses the Medusa. That's not terribly bad if Mango can hold out. They do seem to be going for Mango quite a lot, so I'm going to go for this top Lizardman with the what's he blob? Moloch. Everyone is petrified. This central Lizardman is still poisoned, so he will die before he gets to strike. That works in our favour. We need her to miss. She's missed the Moloch. That is good. I think we may need to... No, he can't kill that Lizardman, so we're going to have to save Mango. So that's fine. So even if we keep on getting petrified, we've got enough time to try and kill this Lizardman. He has to go through the Fiend and also the Moloch before he gets to Mango. Demonologist was not petrified, so he gets a shot. And there we go. I think that's probably everything we need, really. There we go. Mango was not petrified. We get to kill all of their damage dealers, and it's good night Vienna for the Lizardman. I was a bit hairy. I could have gone either way, and we get a promotion for the Demonologist. Upgrades to the Pandemonius, sorry. I do keep on saying that. Anyway, what have we got from that one? That's 400 gold. And a Summon Stone Ancestor scroll, which I believe is very nice, as it's a tier 4 summoning spell for the dwarves. Is it tier 4? Might it even be tier 5? I think it's tier 4. Very powerful armoured area of effect type damage dealer, which should come in very handy. We'll need someone who can use scrolls in order to take advantage of it, but that might be one to use and save up for the final battle. Okay, time for a quick recap before we continue. While we were pilfering the abandoned tower, those sneaky little shambling corpses swooped round and took the city of Gunera from us. I had a quick peek at their army, and it contained an elder vampire in the garrison, so I kind of ran away as quickly as I could and instead took the city of N something. So we're leaving the undead down there to do what they want to do. That's not too much of a problem. Mango has enough movement points to bring them all the way around to the Infernal Rift if we need him to. So you can still serve as defense there. So Mango's up in the northern parts now. We took this city. It was full of undead and gave us the insight into the fact that the undead have formed an alliance with Uther. I suspect we were probably supposed to take that city a little bit earlier to give us that tidbit, but no. So we've learnt that now. What I'm thinking of doing is obviously getting rid of these guys. Who's he going to go for? Oh, can we kill him? Oh, that went very well indeed. For a lovely 112 experience. Obviously going to grab this treasure now, which is a bronze ring, and then probably set our sights on this hideout up here. Now it's very close to our capital, so I can't expect it has anything too dangerous inside. So I'm going to reserve our mana. That's definitely not me quick saving there. But I don't think we've got anything to worry about from this ruin. Yeah, it looks pretty standard. the scariest thing is probably the Imperial Assassin, so let's try and take him down as quickly as we can. Pandemonius is going to survive that round of poison. He should hopefully be able to kill these guys in the back line. Now, the Fiend, what can you do? That should be enough to kill him now, with the added damage from the Pandemonius. Oh, that's what I like to see. Hits everyone. Let's get rid of him, and then I think we've hopefully saved the Pandemonius from death. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, and another level up for our Fiend. He's doing very well. It's working out much better than I expected. He's now up to 84 damage. 39 damage just because of his poison is inflicted, and he's up to 350 HP, so he's kind of on par with the Morlock when you factor in the poison damage. What did we get though? 250 gold, not bad. And a Squire Orb, which summons a Squire unit in battle. Because why not? So desperate for a Squire. Anyway, things aren't going too badly. I'm going to probably clean out this area, set my sights a little bit further west. There's some rather nice goodies around here. Got some legions, because of course we do. I'm going to have to go through this demon first though. So yeah, I'm going to maybe clear out this island, at which point hopefully the undead will have buggered off, and then we can retake the city and then set our sights further south. The occultists haven't moved yet. I'm assuming they're holding on until something triggers their movement. But yeah, it seems to be going alright. So we'll leave things here for this episode. Again, apologies for the lack of action, but it's quite a big mission, so it's probably best I'll cut out a lot of the more boring battles that you've seen, 100 times already. So we'll leave things here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ta-ta for now, Questers.